Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave a like down below. In this video I'm going to be over a really simple effect that you can do with just one gimmick card, which you can even make yourself, which I'll teach you how to make and teach you the full performance and the handling for this effect. It's probably one of the most powerful effects that I've taught so far, and it requires some very basic sleights and skills which you can learn and should learn if you're interested in getting into magic. So let's get on to the performance. So let's just mix the cards here to make sure that all of them are completely shuffled. And we're going to have them select a card. So as we go through, they can take a card at random. So they take this one, which is the Six of Hearts. I'm going to take the Six of Hearts, place it on top of the deck, and we could have them sign it, whatever they want, but we're just going to leave it like this. We're going to place the card into the middle of the pack, just about there. And watch. We have them hold out their hands, but we haven't got anyone here, so we're going to use a table, just like this. Just like that, all the cards, apart from one, is completely turned over. Which is their selected Six of Hearts. All the other cards are facing the exact same way. So, let's get into learning it. Okay, so this is a tutorial for the effect. It's really simple, and it does require one gimmick, which is a double backer. If you don't know what a double backer is, it's one of these. It's got the back design on both sides of the card. It's pretty self-explanatory, and a lot of cards do come with them, especially more expensive cards. But if you don't know how to make them, we'll get on to that later in the video. But if you do have a double backer, you can jump right into this trick. So, the double backer sits on top of the cards, and that's about it. That's the setup for the trick. You could leave this in the card case and just bring it out when you want to perform this effect. And that's it. It's that simple. So the double backer sits on top of the deck. And to get into the trick, you start by shuffling the cards. Now, if you don't know what I'm doing at the minute, I am mixing up the cards, but I'm maintaining the top card and keeping it exactly the same. And how you do this is really simple. When you're doing a riffle shuffle, you swing cut half the cards as normal. You riffle down, and you just hold the last card in your left hand before squaring the cards up. So once again, the double backer is in this hand, in my left hand. You riffle down the cards, hold the last card, and then place it on top. And it's just a really casual thing. If you're struggling with that, just swing up more cards over so that it takes longer to go through the cards, and just whatever you want to keep the card on top. You could do a shuffle like this where you peel off the bottom and the top cards, if you know how to do that. That's an easy way of doing it, but it's just a very casual thing to do this. So, once they're happy that the cards are mixed together, they need to select a card. So, like normal, have them go through and select a card. So in this case, the Ten of Hearts. Now what you want to do is you want to get a pinky break below the first card. You can see that there. You want to make sure that you have a break between. You want to make sure you have a break underneath the first card. Once you have a break, you want to place this card face up on top of the deck. Now, if you're okay with them signing the cards, this is a great excuse to sign the card. Because you've shown them the card, you've placed it on top of the deck, instead of placing it on top of the deck just to turn it over. That doesn't make as much sense. So you could either pause here and talk. Basically, you don't want to be doing the move afterwards, straight after turning the card over like that, or you might as well have just put the card face down onto the deck. But, you know, that's quite an obvious thing. You want to just be talking, pause, talk, and then you're doing a double lift. So you've got a pinky break under the first card, you've put this on top, their selected cards, and you now have a pinky break underneath both cards. Make sure the deck's square and you're going to do a double lift. If you don't know the push-off double lift, just pick it up from the break and turn it over. So once you've done your double lift, you're in this situation now, where their card is second from the top and the double backer is the top card. Take the double backer, place it into the middle of the deck, wherever they want, and square it up. Now you're set to do the effect, the reveal, sorry. Now you're set to do the reveal. You can do whatever you want, have them squeeze it, hold it together, but anything to make it seem more magic is a great idea. And then when you spread through the cards, either spread them on a table or go through them to present that their card's face down. Now, another tip to do when you're doing this effect is when you're going through the cards to show that it's face down, be careful not to flash the top card, the 10, because that's actually their selected card. So if you're spreading through them like this, and you want to show all the cards because they're being quite difficult, riffle down the back 2 cards, get a pinky break, and now when you spread through the cards, you get to their card, you can out jog it, and you can go all the way down to what they believe is the last card. If you hold it tight and show all the cards face up, facing the right way, without flashing their card. Or when you're spreading it on the table, drop some cards first to hide it. And these are all small tricks that you will pick up. These are all small tricks that you'll pick up, but it's just nice to know, especially a couple of things like that, because I have flashed on this trick before when I first learned it, because it is an easy trick, but it's a good trick to practice. So once you've gone through the cards, really slowly you show there's one face down card. Now you don't want them to take it out and turn it over. What I like to do is either take it out and then turn the cards over and then place it on top, or if you're feeling bold, you can have them take it out and hold on to it and then take it back off and turn it over. But to avoid that, that's why I prefer to use a table, because you can present the card and push it forward, and then it's not a big deal taking the cards back, put that in frame, and then turning them over. But once their card's been taken off the deck, you want to place it back on top, get a double lift under top 2 cards, which is their card and the double backer. So get a pinky break, under the top 2 cards, place this card on top, and do your double lift, and then you're ending clean. It's leaving these cards absolutely fine. However, you don't really want them to go through the cards. If they do, it's not a big deal, but you want to try and ditch this if you can. Or, because you've been performing throughout the night, try and sneak this onto the deck without really doing anything, without any suspicion, so they won't be as inclined to look through the cards. So, let's get on to how to make a double backer, and it's super simple. So let's get into how to make a double backer. It's super simple. All you need is 2 cards with the same backs and some double-sided sellotape. So you're going to take the double-sided sellotape and place it along the long edge of the cards. You want 2 strips. You could do along each edge, but it normally is fine just along the 2 edges. And then you want to peel this off. So once you've peeled off the protection of the other side of the double-sided sellotape, you want to take your other card and just very neatly align it with the card with the sellotape on it, so that all the edges are together, and then you want to push down on that, just like that. And now you have a double backer. Just like that, it's that easy. Now you've got yourself a double backer and can go and perform this trick. And the only difference is it's slightly thicker. And if done properly, you shouldn't really have a bit of a flap there. If you're too worried about that, you can just stick some double-sided sellotape along the top and bottom of it. But I find that it's just perfect, just like this. There's nothing to it. It's not really a card handled by spectators often. It's mainly used for switches, and again, like this trick, there's only a few tricks I perform double backers with. And if you want to see Chris Angel's color changing deck, which implements something very similar to a double backer, but slightly different, let me know. That's actually a really cool trick that I'm thinking of teaching, and it's something quite simple. It's very similar to the trick that I've taught, a little bit more angle sensitive, but it's really simple to do and it's quite good fun as well. So let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out the channel for more videos like this. Thanks and goodbye.